Good morning and welcome to Fight Fearless. Let's start this morning off with, I wanted to do a round of Wim Hof to bring more oxygen into the body. And then from there working into, let's start off with alternate nostril breathing first. And then we will go into the Wim Hof breathing. We'll get more oxygen into the cells of the body. So first we're going to clear the channels, clear the left and right, like of the nasal passages, and open up for more oxygen into the lungs, more oxygen into the brain, more oxygen into the blood. Wake up, and then we will. And then we'll bring the oxygen into the blood, we get oxygen into our body, and then we will work on Agni, Sara, and we'll just clear out a bit too. Should we do that first? Let's actually do Agni, Sara first, because that way we'll kind of like open up the diaphragm a little bit, and then when we do the alternate nostril breathing, we can kind of clear each side, and then we'll bring the oxygen in. Sound good? So let's do that. Let's start off with the Agni, Sara. The Agni, Sara is pulling the belly up and in the diaphragm, so you kind of just like activating the diaphragm. Do that about 10 to 20 times. Hold it as long as you can, and then inhale into the lower belly and hips. So inhale first. Exhale everything out through the mouth or through the nose. Everything out. Pull up and in on the diaphragm. Breathe, push the breath down into the hips. So inhale, hold it, push down. Exhale, pull in. Let's do that 3 times, so 2 more times. Just rest for a moment in between. Let your kind of like, maybe you feel some sort of sensation behind the ears or behind the head, in the brain, right? So just kind of let that relax for a second. Tuck the chin in slightly with that like kind of like tingling sensation down the back of the head, the cerebrospinal fluid opening up in the back of the brain. All right, do it again. Inhale, exhale, pull up and in. Inhale, pull up on the pelvic floor, squeeze your butt, pull in your belly, tuck your chin in, burp if you need to. And we'll do one more. Just resting, relaxing. Again, kind of feel like the back of the neck, and this is the spine. You're feeling the back of the head. As we're contracting, we're really activating the inner portions of the body, of the spine. And yeah, cool. So let's do one more round. Inhale. Exhale. Pulling up and in. Nearly coughed and it kind of reset me, so I didn't get it. all the way that I wanted, but what I'm feeling and experiencing is this kind of like gasping for breath, and I like that because again you're tapping into the cells, you're tapping into the DNA, you're just tapping into parts of your body that you don't normally are conscious of, and not tuning. So it's like, you know, when you scrub your teeth, you brush your teeth, and you like get into that spot, and it's like and it's kind of like painful almost, like, and you're like I gotta just like kind of dig into that spot in the gums, but then it like strengthens the gums, and you know what I mean. So you gotta like kind of like dig into it, and that's the same thing with this exercise. Is you're like digging into the inside of your spine, up into your heart, into your throat. So what you feel is you're pulling that muscle up and in, and it's stretching the tendons, and you're feeling that same stretching sensation that you feel when you stretch your muscles or anything like that, but you're feeling it in the heart, and you're feeling it in the throat. It's why, like, if you have anything going on with your thyroid or your throat, then you may cough. Like I've got just like a little bit of mucus or whatnot, right? So that's why I'm kind of like coughing, because this is in my throat, it's in the back, so I want to kind of cleanse that stuff out. So anyway, that's what that's for. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into alternate nostril breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, and we're going to kind of keep that same mentality as pulling the belly up and in on the exhale. So exhale and pull up and in. Okay, and you feel how that kind of like tuck the chin in, and it like stretches the brain in the back of the head. You can feel it. So try to do that same kind of concept, and then inhale, push the belly out, and feel that cane, and then it expands everything up, and then you feel that stretching the face and the neck, and then you exhale, soften, 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 pull up and in, stretch from the inside, inhale, stretch from the outside, exhale, pull up and in. So let's do that. So let's do three rounds. Anuloma Viloma, which is more powerful, so really like clear the nasal passages, clear the brain out. Inhale, pressing with your thumb and ring finger closes the left side. Exhale, pull the belly up and in. Hold the breath at the top for a moment. Feel it come up and over. Close, exhale. Close left, exhale out the right. Relax. Breathe into the whole side of the face and neck. Maybe look to your left. Close, exhale, softening. That's two. One more. Open up the left side, the hard side, exhale. The right side. Liver side. Relax. Close the right, exhale. Kind of massage the nose, the sinuses, help open it up. And then 3 rounds of Ujjayi, or ocean's breath. Just make your nose or nasal passages as audible as possible, but feel that go into the lower throat, the higher throat, and you can and kind of like change that sound. So hear the sound of your breath, but change the frequency by like lowering the tone and then heightening the tone of the breath. So try that. I'm higher, I'm up into the sinuses back here. If I want to go lower into the lower throat. Feel that go down into like the lower esophagus. Inhale. Inhale into the throat. Expand the throat. Expand the back of the mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Kind of opens up the brain, the inside of the brain. Hopefully you can hear that, but that's Ujjayi, ocean breath, and it's mainly more for the audible sound, and they say victory over the mind, as in if you're doing this in a meditative way where you're maybe sitting for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and you're focusing on your breath, then you can focus on your breath and let everything else fall away while you just specifically focus on the breath by doing this. What I'm doing is taking it to a kind of a level of awareness and saying that I'm activating certain portions and chambers within my body. So I have this upper chamber, the Shen, the mid chamber, the Qi, and then obviously the lower chamber is Jing, and then separate chambers within each of those. But I'm opening up, so opening up the throat chakra, opening up the heart or lower towards the lungs, opening up the jaw and the sinuses, and behind here we've got our third eye. So you're like opening that spot with the you know what I mean? So kind of a little bit more awareness in the meditation, but things to think about. So opening those spaces, opening the throat, creating more room for the thyroid and the tonsils, so that our immune system is as strong as possible. Thyroid, parathyroid, and thymus is your immune system. Okay. Very good. So that's that. What was the last one? With the deepening, you can switch to crossing of your legs. Shake the legs out, feet out. I think we had one more, and I'm just trying to recall of what it was that I said we were going to do. We did Agni, Wim Hof, which is getting more oxygen into the body. So let's do that. We'll do, we just do one round. One round of it is cool. And yeah, hold your breath as long as you can or as long as you want to, and not so much. Don't use this right now, because normally we've done it in the past. And you can go back to the other videos on the YouTube, so you can subscribe with us there. But and go down to Wim Hof breathing, and we do it for time, and we try to expand the breath to see how long you can hold your breath for. The most I've ever hold my breath for is 4 minutes from after doing this. After the fourth round, and so normally Wim Hof does 4 rounds of it. I was lucky enough to meet Wim Hof when he came out here to California and up in Los Angeles, and I got to do the whole ice bath thing with him and everything like that. Which one thing too, if you ever take a shower, take a really cold shower. It's really good for the inflammation of the body. We have all this stress and inflammation in little parts of our body that activate and fire up from our immune system. For instance, if you ever had lupus or any autoimmune disease or anything like that, you're attacking yourself subconsciously, is all it is. And when we do breathing work like this, we're able to clear a lot of that tension out physically, which also clears it out mentally and clears it out on the emotional, energetic plane too. But let's get some breath in here. So inhale as much as you can, and then exhale as much as you can, as fast as you can. as much as you can, as fast as you can. Not as fast as you can. Don't stress out. Just get as much oxygen into the cells, and what we're doing is clearing out the cell. So imagine the cell has got oxygen, and maybe it's like only got half of oxygen left in it because we're not breathing, we're not focused on our breath. But what we're going to do is inhale completely, exhale completely, inhale completely, exhale completely in each of the cells. You're going to feel a tingling sensation. I already feel it, and that's just getting more oxygen into your body. So let's do it. Inhale through your mouth, exhale out through the mouth 30 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I keep feeling buzzing. 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, feeling in your chest, opening up the lungs, that buzzing sensation, 23, 24, 29, that's 30, one more breath, hold it. Tingling in my face, my chest. Relax. Let your body settle, but holding your breath. Relax your shoulders. Relax into your chest. Relax the lungs and the ribs. Exhale when you want to. Soften, let go. Try to avoid holding or forcing the breath. Very good. Much respect, you guys. Cool. So yeah, grab some water and flush down anything that you've kind of held on to, because while working onto like compressions, any compressions of the body, when you're compressing into the chest, we don't want to compress up in the brain, as sometimes you can, although there are techniques where and we do also pull up. And so when we pull up and we pull up into the crown of the head, you're not really like compressing, and when we hold our breath and we compress, it can have strains. And if you have any issues like you're maybe like in your 40s or 50s, or you've stressed all throughout your 20s and 30s or whatever, and you're in your mid 30s or your late 20s or something like that, and you're very stressed out, or you have heart issues or genetic stuff coming up from the past, okay, then there's obviously what's that word? Existing contraindications. Contraindications meaning like things that you should watch out for when doing this breath work. But again, when you're holding and you're compressing, where are you compressing? Are you compressing in the shoulders? Are you compressing in the head? Are you compressing in the belly? Because you're probably compressing in a mixture of all of it, and not like as much as you'd like to in certain areas, and too much that you'd like to in certain areas. So just be mindful of that. And when you're holding your breath, I can feel how like right away as I inhale, I automatically breathe more into my left side, my spleen side. and I'm like my muscles bigger on my left side in the back just a little bit because I've been working on it a lot. Massage and myofascial roller and stuff like that, and stretching and breathing and adjusting and focusing on breathing more into the back side of my right side, inhale and expanding my liver, so I'm giving more space to my liver, breathing into my lungs on the right side. And so these are just things that I'm working on specifically, but little things that I'm feeling. And so when you have these 3 chambers that you know you're working into, and when you're working with the breath, you can start to expand those places in your body which are compressed and contracted. And again, people have like heart issues or high blood pressure, or having like pancreatic issues, diabetes, or having stomach issues like acid reflux, or having liver issues, you know, or gallbladder, or large intestine issues. A lot of these things can be prevented and reversed through breath work and through this kind of conscious breathing and movement. So anyway, till next time. So tune back in till tomorrow's breath work, and yeah, DM me, slide in my DMs, let me know what's going on with you, and if there's any questions that you have. But until next time, later today at 1 o'clock, we'll be working more into MMA, so come back for some technique fight training, and we'll see you there. Fightfearless.com. Check it out, get the meal plan, get all that stuff set up. We'll see you there.